All right, let's see if it starts and what it sounds like. I'll hold the camera out. Track straight. Howdy, welcome back to the D2 Motors YouTube channel. My name is Troy and we are headed up to the shop to see what has happened after a fun game of Rover Roulette. Now, if you follow my channel, you've seen, I have been the recipient of my own playing of Rover Roulette, which is, again, buying trucks sight unseen from non-public dealer auctions. This can be quite addicting but also have terrible financial repercussions, mostly because you don't know anything about the car besides a few different pictures. So I do a little review every morning of some interesting cars, and I don't just review these semi-interesting cheap Land Rovers. I sometimes try to buy them, which is never a good idea. So, and recently we've won a few and we've lost a few. We have a 07 L322 Supercharged, which is sitting on the yard, that was purchased for around $4,000 and it has arrived.
Yeah, that's fine.
Condition is basically totaled. It's green and it's gonna be for sale for like $2,000. So if you want it, I'll show some pictures of it, let me know. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I just got notification that our most recent purchase has landed and it's actually for a viewer who reached out to me, and we've been talking for many months, and he's like, I want a clean L322 .2 07 08 09 and preferably white and preferably not for a lot of money. And so that's what happens when you when you play around in that $3,000 to $6,000 price range. There's a lot of variables, a lot of unknowns as you're bidding on wholesale dealer auction cars. We're gonna go to the shop right now. We purchased this car recently. I know nothing about it besides that it is here. And we're gonna go check it out for the first time. It literally just got off the truck, so check back in a second. Let me try to remember the stats on this truck though. 2007, tan interior, white, 2-owner, Carfax verified 2-owner, and 120 or 130,000 miles, so lower mileage. I believe it was sold as is, so there's no takesy-backsies like the green, the Tonga green L322, which makes it a little bit more interesting. So, what you get is what you get. So I'm at the shop and things are looking quite rovery. Got a whole collection here today, but there's a lot of room. They close at 1 o'clock on Friday, so it looks a little bit light, but we might actually have a buyer for the blue two-door. All right, so, they've got it pulled in. So let me get the lights on and let's check this thing out. Now, again, there's always a little bit of anticipation on my end, right? Because, even though the car's not for me, I want it to be good. That makes this more interesting. So it's a little stressful on my end, even though we put all the details up front for the potential buyer. But, you don't know until you see here, and if you see my videos, there's a lot of bad ones. All right, so let's start with the walk around. Again, I just walked in, turned the lights on. This is the first time I'm seeing it. Florida car, white paint. Do a little paint check first. Paint's looking pretty good. I want to check, make sure there's no rust bubbling up through here on the fender wells too. That's where things really get bad. I don't know, is this Alpine white or something? I'm sure it changed. Alaska white. And they've got the strut thing out because, struts probably need to be replaced. The battery works. That's good. It's got mud flaps. It's got running boards. I don't love the running boards. Little things to look at. The lug nuts look good, and the tires are older, but they're okay. These things have terrible lug nuts, and when they're used and abused, the lug nuts, they're soft because these are caps over the hard bottom piece, and they just get destroyed. But these don't look bloated, look in pretty good condition. Going around the rest of the car, looks like we've got all our trim pieces. Those fly off. Looks like there's paint on the roof. It's got a slight tint on the windows. Oh, Hood is open. We've got orange coolant, so that's good. I think this car had a 4.2 score or something for a condition. I mean, it needs to be detailed and stuff. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I think from the outside for almost a, 16-year-old truck, we're doing pretty good. All right, let's look under it now. Ooh, I think we did have underbody pictures, so this looks really good under here. I like what I'm seeing. Check around the front. Looks okay there. I'm sure it probably needs control arms and whatnot, so we'll leave that be. And I won't read too much into it. All right, interior. First, we'll start out. We have 2 keys. That's pretty wild. 200 truck. I'd like to think that it was 2 keys still. Now, coming to the inside, this is where things start to get a little interesting, right? So a known bad part of the truck is this cracked dash. The owner has already secured and found a new dash, so that is the least of our initial worries. But what was not known is we're missing these pieces in the back. So somebody was in here futzing around. I hope that's not indicative of a heater core issue. It could be, unless, oh, you know what? I bet you they couldn't find the OBD2 port, and we're futzing around down here. I think this is a button to do with shipping or something like that. So we'll just tuck that up over here. OBD2 ports are not easy to find on this truck, but you can see why somebody got frustrated. Also, the remnants of another key, which is good that they kept it because they're pretty expensive to replace. But let me zoom out. The rest of the interior looks good. Again, this piece is getting replaced. He's already found it. He knows that was an issue. It was disclosed and everything. And here are your trim pieces as well. So that's all good to go. All right, let's see if it starts and what it sounds like. I'll hold the camera out. Oh, that sounded good. That sounded really good. Oh, I forgot. 114,000 miles, super low mileage. Man, this is good. Okay, we're getting there. Engine sounds good. Oh, air suspension popped up a little bit. That's functioning. Let me hit the other buttons and make sure it's actually functioning. And the doors are open, going up. Right, she's up. All right, the idle's cooled down. We've got orange coolant. I mean, this all looks good on my end. I'm not gonna go checking everything else again. This truck is gonna get a full walk around, so, sorry, a full inspection. All right, back seats, it's all there. Let me see if there's, I mean, these seats look like they're in really good condition. And this tan leather, again, usually it's white, so tan that's kind of choice in my book. Everything's here. Unfortunately, we don't have mats, but it looks complete. Spare tire. Might be a slight air leak somewhere since that compressor is still running, but no, nothing crazy there. I forgot. Let me check, make sure there's no rust down here. Nope, looks super clean. So we're looking good. All right. I think the compressor has calmed down. Popped right into gear. Again, 114,000 miles. This thing, oh, even the backup camera works. Again, it shouldn't be super surprising, but a lot of these backup cameras, the cameras work, the wiring's just kind of junk. All right, let's take off here. Let me close the window. Make sure I don't strand myself. I know nothing about this car. Engine feels good. Brakes feel good. I don't feel any excessive control arm movement yet. Power feels good. Transmission shifts properly, as it should. Air suspension's comfortable. Let's take it down a bumpier road. No power steering noises. I mean, this thing was pretty cheap too. This was like $5,000. I mean, that's probably what these things are worth, but it's not what they've been traded for in the recent times. Yeah, brakes feel good. Let me hit the little tiny bit of control arm movement, but nothing like some of the last ones that we've dealt with, I guess. Let's also, I guess, test the transfer case. Low range, pops right in, no issues. I want to test my luck. Take it out. Back into high range. Yeah, we're doing good. Let's give it a little bit of speed. Track straight. Man, I kind of want this thing for myself. Oh man, I mean, it's we've got a lot of bad ones, guys, and I think we might have got a good one. Yeah. So, Rover Roulette, guys. It's Friday. It's always good when you're entrusted with someone else's money. It's a lot. I'm not great at sales for that reason. I mean, it's always interesting to spend other people's money when they accept the risks and whatnot. But sometimes when it works out for everyone. And I would take this as a win. I'm assuming this truck wasn't viable for resale, because of the dash doesn't look great. I'm also seeing what kills besides the slight cosmetic things, like the headliner's intact, everything's good. And then this video really only applies to, I guess, some Rover nerds that are really in depth into, I guess, the goings on of these trucks. But I mean, man, this is pretty good. I'm excited. And also, I always forget how good these things drive in stock form. They really have a nice ride. It's not as compromised and all over the place as my truck with a lift and mud tires. And it's a much more comfortable place to be in stock form. So I think it's gonna wrap up this video. Wiley, this is your truck. You want to get it? Come on, pick it up. Again, we'll give you what the full rundown is once the shop finishes their slight PPI. And sometimes. So if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, check out my other videos. We've got lots of Rover-centric content. I guess I've just got pigeonholed into my drama. That's the truck that's not so great. I'll have a slight smaller video on that unfortunate piece of machinery, and that'll be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next video.